Hello, best friend, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having the most incredible day. This is the first time you're watching my channel. My name is Sebastian, and I welcome you guys with open arms. I do pop culture videos every single day, so if you're looking for a new messy best friend, well, girl, you have found me. So grab a snack and a drink, hit that subscribe button. I would be very grateful. You guys, happy Friday, by the way. I hope you guys are having a really good Friday. I hope you had a really blessed and fabulous week. And I'm just so grateful to spend another day with you guys. So thank you so much for clicking on the video and for subscribing and just for being so incredibly sweet. My drink of choice today is, I have a lemonade here. It's a Crystal Light lemonade. I put a lot of water and then I put a bunch of ice, so I feel like I'm hydrating. I don't try and drink, I think I drink like a glass a day now. I'm trying not to drink too much. I mainly only drink water, but like, I don't know, it's so hot in Los Angeles, I needed something fresh. So cheers for you. Oh, it's a little sour, which I love. A little ASMR. I don't get ASMR. If you do, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to shade you, but like, I don't understand how people can go to sleep like with like noises. I'm like, girl, no. Anyways, okay, what was I saying? Okay, so we got to talk about the Kardashians, okay? Because I was recently watching the last episode that they premiered, and there's something really interesting that is making headlines from it, and that's that Kourtney and Kim were sitting talking, right? And they were talking about their children. You know, obviously, Kourtney is no longer with Scott. You know, obviously, she's with Travis. And obviously, Kim is not with Kim. So, anyways, they basically were talking about how each of their children, or most of their children, have an issue with the way that they run things. They are the primary caretakers of the kids, and they see their fathers, you know, every so often. So so Northwest, Kim was talking about Northwest, her daughter, always says like, oh my God, you know, my dad has it all figured out. He doesn't need nannies. He doesn't need security. He doesn't need chefs. He doesn't need anything. He lives in an apartment. How come we don't live in an apartment? Like, his life is so simple, right? And Kourtney shares the same, that some of her children think that Scott's house is a lot more, you know, funner and stuff and more simple. So it got me thinking that, you know, I think that their life is so over the top, the Kardashians, and they obviously do need the security. They do need, you know, I mean, I guess, you know, I don't nanny shame anyone. Like, if you need the nannies, whatever, it is what it is. But I do think like security and stuff, and it's like, it's this very big like production anytime they go anywhere, even if it's like to a soccer game, because obviously, you know, they need, you know, they need the security. They need the person following them to make sure that, you know, they're not the security following them. So then, you know, just to get in and out of a car or in and out of a place, it's a whole skeptical, you know, the freaking skeptical spectacle. And then there's a paparazzi, and, you know, it's like this whole thing. So I guess when they go to their father's house, it's a lot more mellow. They don't have like the whole production. And I think that's one of the things that Northwest meant. And Kourtney suggests to Kim that maybe they should do like more chiller, you know, chill things together, and one-on-one time together, but not doing, you know, such big things like, you know, renting out parks or, you know, huge things. Just do simple things with your children, because everything with the Kardashians is always so massive and it's such a production and it's so big that I feel like, you know, it's not, you know, so I don't think that Northwest is, you know, a lot of people believe she's going to be like, you know, the next, like the Kardashian, you know, the next phase of the Kardashians, but I really don't think she is. Like, I feel like at such a young age, she's already so opinionated about fame and about, you know, kind of wanting to do things the simple way. And I think that, you know, they all had cameras in their faces since they were a kid, you know, the babies, that I think at some point, you know, I don't think all of them are going to be okay with having cameras. And, with the Kardashians, I think this show is going to go on forever. But, I don't know. I think I think it's depending how you were raised. You know what I mean? It's depending how you were raised. I think it's important to understand that, these kids, whether they like it or not, their life is always going to be like this. There's always going to be security. There's always going to be paparazzi. There's always going to be, she mentions nannies and chefs and stuff. I mean, yeah, I think the Kardashians could definitely, if maybe, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. It's like now we're like going into their parenting, and I never like to judge anybody's parenting because obviously, I'm not there. I don't know. But I don't know. It's such a weird thing. Like you would think that kids would be so happy to be like Richie Rich, right? And like so happy. But at the end of the day, it seems like North and some of the other kids just really want, simple times with their moms and not such a big thing, which I totally understand. I think that at such a young age, having, grown people following you, screaming your name, taking your pictures, I feel like that's very confusing. And I'm sure there's a lot, obviously that Kim is going to have to sit down with them and talk about because, probably the tape will come out at some point and, she'll have to talk about that. And she said that she's kind of dreading that moment when that happens, And I also think like kids nowadays, like I wonder what Northwest or like the other children's classmates think, because sometimes their friends are with them and they see the paparazzi, they see the whole thing, that, it's like this whole fucking production. I feel like, I don't know, you guys, like I grew up obviously the opposite, we grew up very, check to check. So I was taught at a very young age to be appreciative and be grateful for anything and everything, and till this day, I am so thankful and grateful for everything. I mean, I know that, for example, something so little like being able to pay your rent, being able to pay your light bill, being able to pay your bills, being able to go to a grocery store and buy food. Every single time we do that, I'm so thankful and I'm always very clear because, obviously, there were moments in my childhood that were very scary because of lack of finances and my mom working 3 jobs and trying her very best. But, I think that it's kind of the way you're raised and it's how you are appreciative of certain things. And I think that maybe when you're born into this huge family or you're born rich, I think that it's harder to appreciate the smaller things because it's sort of like, what? Like, what's a rent? Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like you don't quite understand that, not everybody has a walk-in pantry. Not everybody, has money to leave the light on all day. You know what I mean? Like saving is important. So I think that if I were a Kardashian and I had all that money, I think that I would definitely teach my children the value of money and to make sure that they know that not everybody lives like this and that it's quite not normal, because it's normal to them. But I think it's important to remind them that it's not normal and that, they're very financially, safe and blessed. And they have to understand that, in any moment it can be taken away. You know what I mean? That's true too. I mean, money comes and goes. So I think I would definitely give my children the best life ever, but I would definitely teach them, that, being able to go to a grocery store and picking out something you want and you love and not being fearful of that if I buy this or if I buy some, a couple outfits, am I going to be short on this bill? Am I going to be short on that bill? Like that's the reality most of us live in. So I think they wanting the simple things is kind of a big sign that they're not going to, take their mother's they're not going to be in, walking in their mother's footsteps, basically, with the whole Kardashian production fame thing. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. I'm so grateful and thankful. By the way, you guys, I am going live this weekend on here, my YouTube channel. I made a poll on my community tab whether you guys wanted me to go live tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday. So go vote. I think Sunday's winning, actually. Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure to go vote. I love you all very much. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah.